Hello, everyone, and welcome to the What Have I Been Binning for the past while. Now, the first thing that we're going to have to do is we're going to have to scroll around here and ignore the pile of sets that still, some of them have been built, some of them have not, and go to the pile of stuff. Now, the pile of stuff contains a large assortment of sets and pieces that have yet to be finished from the bin. Those are mostly complete, aside from a few parts that still need to be looked through and ordered for them, which means that it's going to be a nightmare. But some of them are completed, which is why we're going to look at those instead of dealing with this mishmash in the corner. But just know there is more of them, and also an entire. You know how you sometimes get these like white boxes from certain like large scale Lego sets? Well, I have one of the larger ones, which is like two of these combined, and that is entirely full of just more bags full of Legos, and that's not all of it because I still have these like bins of Legos, and like they're also partially filled with just bags of pieces, and then my desk is also suffering from a partial invasion, so there's still so many pieces. But let's jump into the stuff that's actually done. Now, I will specify this is a accumulation of Lego from 3 bins at this point. The first 2 were purchased from one seller, and the cumulative total of that order for 2 bins was $105. Now, the main draw for one of the bins physically was the old LC 7894 airplane. Now, I didn't know it at the time, but I saw the large wingspan piece, and I'm like, that's an airplane. I might as well pick up a nice airplane. And here is the set, basically 100% complete, except for like a yellow sidecar, which was missing some of the like rare critical yellow pieces that it needed. But aside from that, the set is entirely complete. No minifigures, except for a few parts which are just in like a mini. Sorry, that's an extra pieces bag. Minifigure accessories bag, which just has a bunch of like weapons, random accessory stuff that I still need to go through and see what to do with. But this thing is just large and imposing for the year that it came out. Now, the front does come off because most of these pieces are large and still use the old screw techniques to keep everything together, with a nice co-pilot and pilot seat with one of the old computer control panels. Looks great, looks fantastic, and is honestly just a great spot to put some pilots in. Now, it does have a working door, which is great, so I can open it up and just have the passengers from the boarding ramp just come in and get into their flight, which is great. It fits seamlessly. You can't really clip it in, but there is enough of a gap to just clip it in and still just have minifigures board, which is great and fantastic. There is no slot for food and such, but it is fine. Both of these pieces are connected and just pop off very nicely, especially since you can get access to a nice little lift hole by opening the door. Now, in here we've got a nice, actually I'm going to switch it around, but we've got access to a nice little luggage storage case, a little bit of a sink in case you need to wash your hands, and a little bit of a drink cart that you can pull out and use for all of your thirst quenching needs. And we've got a nice 6 seats at the back, with 2 up front, one of which is going to be a little bit uncomfortable considering you're right at the baggage storage. But all of these windows are very nice and give you a nice access view to the outside. Now, the back is nothing special, just being a accumulation of just 2 parts that kind of will just unhitch themselves if removed, which is why it's nothing too special on the back. Actually, it's already separating at the seams. But it does work. You can see that the Technic pins have removed themselves. But the engines are great. I was actually missing one of these cones pieces and was thankfully able to order them off of Lego.com to get them replaced. The actual little aviation bird here is great and fantastic, and the top fin is also just great. Fantastic airplane, and something that is a warm welcome to now fill up all of my storage space. The underside is nothing too crazy, just having 2 landing gears at the back and then 1 at the front, which rotates so that you have a little bit of space. There isn't really much space to put away the landing gears, But nonetheless, it's great. The airport itself, if we move some of this mass away, does have some stickers, one of which is a little bit annoying because this airport sign is spread across 4 different pieces. So that's the only really downside sticker-wise. The onboarding ramp is very compact and easy to just remove in case you don't want to be actively boarding. It uses this really great large windshield piece that just provides a lot of coverage, so you can feel like you're really having a bunch of people walking through a glass tunnel. But on the upstairs, we just have 2 seating spots, one on this side and then one on this side. This is actually a rotating piece so that you can rotate the bags on the baggage claim. I think it's great that the airport actually includes a baggage claim. We have a radio control tower, which has 1 radio dish and would have an antenna. However, for storage purposes, it's not here. And I also don't believe that it came with one. So I just decided, you know what? Not really the most intricate part of the set. So if you would own this set or have gotten it, it would have just a large black antenna. Just a singular piece. Nothing too crazy. The inside here uses these great just curvature bar pieces, which not only just look fantastic on the outside because they provide a little bit of buffer, but create a nice little viewing space where you got yourself. I imagine it's supposed to be some kind of well, it uses the cash register piece, but I imagine it's supposed to be a phone, which just looks great. You've got a classic style computer and a little bit of an observatory tower with just some radio communications in case you need to flag down or let a plane go. Now here we have a nice little bar that allows you to open up some of the roof piecing that creates the enclave here. And that transitions into working rotating doors, which are a great find on the set. Just function really well and smoothly without too much really necessity to move them out. So it's great to see that the airport just has some nice little features. We then again have what probably is just like a check-in desk so that you can put your luggage into the baggage or send-off point. You can also use it as a baggage claim, which is what I said because that's what I presumed it would be, just a hybrid of a baggage claim and then also baggage check. Either way, it's just great to have it, and some more seating that is just next to the little upstairs ramp for the upstairs. And realistically fantastic. Just all around great piece of infrastructure to get from the bin. But funnily enough, it's not the only airplane to come with the initial bin, as I also have the original Kai Fighter, which is a really great set. The wings can fold back to give you 2 different positions, a forward-facing wing and a rear-facing, which is great. It has some nice sticker detailing. The engines look fantastic, and the overall profile makes it feel like a really just like sleek but hefty airplane where you feel like you're getting a good just amount of pieces for what it is. And I feel like the black combination with some of the gold elements with just the overall red just feels really great. And since we get some of Kai's specialized fire decals a little bit, they're not too hefty here on the set, but you get just a taste where it feels like it really meshes together with the entire build. Obviously you've got an interior seating section which doesn't really have too many details, but it's just enough to fit a minifigure inside, and realistically you can't go wrong with this set because it's just a great red airplane. Not only is there another version of the Minecraft mine, which I already had fully ready to go, but there are actually a few creatures this time. Not only did I get a cave spider, regular spider, an actual version of Steve, which is great considering the last one got eaten alive, and a pig. There's some more, but just in the current setup that we have here. Obviously, the miniature zombie spawner here is great considering it does actually have a zombie inside of it, and the little desert environment coming in at the top is really nice. We have a chest that contains some redstone and golden carrots. The cactus is a nice addition. You can actually rotate the zombie on the inside, and there actually is a folding out panel over here at the back, so you can actually spawn some zombies in as needed, except the spider has decided to fall into the hole. So yeah, you can just go ahead and make it seem like, oh, there's just a little bit of a hole there. Now you've got a swarm of zombies attacking. So great little play feature on that one. A little bit of a pirate alcove here, which is great. It has a little bit of a chest slot back there, cannon at the top, which is very nice. A little bit of a pier at the start with a map and a bottle. A little bit of a banana tree just here that leads to the levering switch, assuming that it wouldn't break on me, but to open up the skull. Really nice little pirate build here. Now, one of the bigger ones here is actually the Minecraft Survivor House, which is great, provides a lot of nice details with the eco-friendly roof, the little pig pen outside with a few little details, a working door and torch, which can be opened up to access a nice interior, which has a crafting bench, some great open space, a bed, a little bit of an item frame at the back, a furnace, some little storage space with a nice flower pot, just a great interior space that can be utilized to the user's imagination. The TNT launcher from the Nether set, which we'll get out here shortly. A great little Hulk Buster Smasher, which does have an armed play feature. You can just kind of smash things as you need, with the corresponding turret that goes with it. The Lego truck, which we'll get the back of it out here soon. Now you may notice this little gaping wall. That's because I haven't put back some of the pieces that I ordered. Still need to find a door for it, but we'll get that as soon as I find one. And then also this Ninja Dojo training ground, which has some nice rocks, a little bit of traps, and assuming that I actually had the weapon installed, it would have a weapon. But I feel like this little door piece itself is just a great highlight to get. So let's move on to the second set of stuff. And there's even more stuff now. Now, some of the things that aren't actually on here are obviously the things that haven't been built yet. The Dr. Octopus tentacles. I've got the fire airplane that is just not here, so even more airplane madness. But the Lego truck trunk is physically complete. I still haven't added back the rear wheels. The Vulture physical just wingspan, which is going to be a great addition to just a minifigure at some point. The Senate Commando turret. We've still got Steve around, but we do have the Nether set with the all-intrusive wither here. Just a great set of use for all the dark red, giving you the fortress here. Now, it does have the ability to fall back. Do I remember exactly how you do that? No, because it's been so long. But, great set. The Mushroom Island with a creeper in a boat. Baby mushroom, adult mushroom, Alex here using a crafting table to craft a compass. Just a pen, a nice farm. Just a nice layout here with all the little mushrooms, especially since it uses the mycelium color. And the actual gray looks really nice here, even though you wouldn't expect it to look good because it would feel like a stony ground, but it works quite well. We've got a nice little bathroom shower combination from a resort, which the slide is currently being used for other purposes. Just a nice conclusion. The recording studio is currently on fire, but it is just like a interesting Lego Friends set that was here, and I dropped the couch, which has a drink on it. The flag with the bear, so bear is a nice inclusion. A little bit of a drink store, just nice. The end portal with two Endermen here just sitting around, looking at some dusty old bookshelves, ignoring all the loot on the other side. And just the fact that you have a nice play feature of just being able to choose whether you want to burn or fall into some rock hard obsidian. So, great choice there. And also a campground, which is falling to pieces, yes, but, you know, why not?